and then she'll take over, right? Okay, so in order to lead, there need to be people to follow, right? Participate, which means that you all need to have a prayer book in order to follow along the service and participate. So in the pew racks in front of you or behind you, there should be thin blue books. Please make sure they say Shabbat on them. You can use that one, Amanda. That one's fine.
Thank you.
If there's and most of those prayer books actually have two sets of page numbers, blue numbers in brackets and black numbers, because the blue numbers in brackets are the ones that correspond to Sophia's prayer book. Those are the numbers we're going to be using. And we're going to start on page 188. Those are going to be your page numbers also. So 188, using the blue numbers in brackets. You're going to want the blue numbers in brackets. And at the very top of the page are the words from Psalm 133, Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. And I'll invite you to join in with me and Cantor Berman. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. We turn ahead in our books to page 192.
Okay.
Again, using those blue numbers in brackets.
Just use the regular numbers on that one. Yeah.
So now that we have acknowledged the sacred community that we create, we also celebrate or acknowledge the space that we make holy just by virtue of being here and celebrating Shabbat together. The words are Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Whenever you're ready.
We can do it off the hop. It's okay. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vani
Mishkenotecha, Israel, to the bottom paragraph. Vani tefilati lecha, Adonai et ratzon, Elohim berov chastecha, Aneni bemet ishecha.
Again.
Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, alecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, alecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. On the facing page, page 193, we join together in English. May the one whose spirit is with us in every righteous deed be with all who work for the good of humanity and bear the burdens of others, and who give bread to the hungry, who clothe the naked, and take the friendless into their homes. May the work of their hands endure, and may the seed they sow bring abundant harvest. Turn the page 194. So, who woke up this morning? I know it's a little bit cloudy out there, but I'm hoping that more of you are at least vaguely awake. At least your bodies are up and moving, and that is a miracle. And that's something that we actually thank God for with the words that are on page 194. We join together in the English. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofeh chol basar umafli la'asot. Our bodies are empty vessels without our souls, and the blessing for our soul is on page 196. We're going to sing the first two lines of Hebrew. They're also written in transliteration, the Hebrew and English characters, so that you all can join along with us. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. 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 Together in English. My God, the soul you have given me is pure.
You
Created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me.
For
As long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher bi'ado nefesh kol chai, beruach kol basar ish. Every act of getting up and getting ready for the day is a blessing that we sometimes take for granted. But Jewish tradition reminds us to be mindful of all of these little blessings and gifts that we sometimes overlook. And on pages 198, 200, and 202, we have a series of blessings for this process of getting up in the morning. And so I'll invite you to join in with us, or if the Hebrew is moving too quickly, to just say amen. In Jewish tradition, you say amen, and it's as if you've said the blessing yourself.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam אשר נתן לשכל ובינה להבחין בין יום ובין לילה.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, פוקח עברי.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, מתיר אסורים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, זוקף כפופים.
Amen. Turn the page.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, רוק הארץ על המים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המכין מצעדי גבר.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, מלביש ארמים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, הנותן ליעב כוח.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המעביר שינה מעיני תרומה מאף אפיים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, ששני בצלם אלוהים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, ששני בת חורים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, ששני ישראל.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, עוזר ישראל בגבורה.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, מוטה ישראל בתפארה.
Amen. If you turn back a page to 201, you'll see this beautiful intention for us as we start our day, and I'll invite you to join with me. As I awaken, let this be my thought. May my day be filled with acts of loving kindness. Let me be drawn to learning and discernment, and may my actions be shaped by mitzvot.
Keep me from iniquity, disgrace, and sin. May I not be overwhelmed by temptation or despair. Distance me from evil people and false friends. Let me cultivate a life of goodness. May my hands reach out in kindness, and I will serve God with acts of righteousness. Today and every day, may I merit your mercy by living my life with compassion and love. Holy One of blessing, draw me to your words. Teach me the art of sacred living. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamed chasadim tovim le'amo Yisrael.
We continue on page 204 with the blessing for the study of Torah, after which we'll take some time to study some Jewish text. We'll join together in Hebrew and then in English. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lasok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. O Adonai, our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths and the mouths of your people Israel, so that we, our descendants, and the descendants of all your people Israel, may know you by studying your Torah for its own sake. Blessed are you, Adonai, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamlamed Torah l'amo Yisrael. So how many commandments are there? Okay, I hear 10. Does someone have a different answer? 613. Okay, in Jewish tradition, there are 613 commandments. 365 of them are things that we're not supposed to do. 248 of them are things we are supposed to do. A lot of them are very specific to certain places or certain buildings, and so most of them we actually can't do anyway. But most of those commandments are limited in some way. You do them and you're done. So for example, who here celebrated Passover a couple weeks ago? Who likes matzah? That is a surprising number of hands. For those of you who had to celebrate, who celebrated Passover a few weeks ago and don't like matzah, guess what? You only need to eat a certain amount and then you're done. You don't have to eat any more matzah beyond that, because it's a commandment that as soon as we've finished fulfilling it, we finished fulfilling it. But there are 10 commandments that are actually not the big 10 that you might be thinking of, that we say actually are unlimited, that we can never fulfill our obligation, or we can never complete our obligation to do them. We have to keep doing them over and over and over. And those commandments, or those ideas, are found on page 206. We'll join together in reading the English, and then I'm going to invite you to study for a little bit. These are things that are limitless. of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, making peace among people. The study of Torah encompasses them all. So, these 10 things were written, about 2,000 years ago. And I don't know about you, but I think cultures have changed a little bit in 2,000 years. Yes? Anyone agree with me there? Okay. So if you had to add one more thing to this list, what would be the one thing that you would add to this list that you think is the next most important thing, or even to replace one of these things, the most important thing that we need to keep doing? So turn to your neighbor, say Shabbat Shalom if you haven't, introduce yourself if you don't know them, and what is the one thing that you would add to this list? Okay. Do y'all figure out what commandments you're adding or what ideas you're adding to this list of top 10? Okay, thank you for being our first person to be voluntold to participate. Protect your neighbor. Anyone have another one? Yeah. Being respectful of others' cultures. Is that exactly what you were going to say? Okay, care for those who seem to be different. Preserving the environment for future generations. If you can't say it to somebody's face, don't write it on the internet. Love yourself. I know that, Sophia, you came up with one. You had one, right? Yeah, so you're going to share it? Okay. Feed the hungry. So these are all amazing things, and some of them you'll find actually in this week's Torah portion, like that one, and others you won't, but one of the ideas is that there are things that even our ancestors couldn't have imagined, but that we also need to keep in mind and remember to keep doing so that we can ensure that our world is one that is good and at peace and will survive. So thank you for taking that time to study and think a little bit. I know it's Saturday morning and a little early for that, but I appreciate you going along with that journey with me. We're going to continue on page 212. The section that we just did is called the Morning Blessings. We're now in a section called Verses of Praise. And we'll start with a blessing, sing a couple psalms, and then conclude with another blessing. But for now, we're on page 212.
Baruch Shamar v'haya haolam, Baruch Hu. Baruch Oseh v'Reishit, Baruch Omer v'Oseh, Baruch Ozer Makayim, Baruch Merachem al haaretz, Baruch Merachem habriot, Baruch Mishalem Sachar Tov l'Reyav, Baruch Chaylan v'Kayam lanetzach, Baruch Podeu Matzil, Baruch Shemo.
On the facing page, we join together. With this do I prepare myself to thank, praise, and glorify my Creator. Blessed are you, Sovereign of life, whom we praise with songs of glory. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal b'tishbachot. Psalm 92 is the only psalm that references Shabbat, and so we sing it or recite it on Shabbat. What we're going to do is join together in the English at the bottom of the page up until the indent, and then once we get to the indented paragraph in English, we're actually going to switch up to the indented paragraph in Hebrew. Okay? Great. Let's join together. A psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with the 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai. How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this.
Please join.
Tzadik atamar yifrach, keres balvanon yizkeh, shetulim beveit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. On yenuvun beseva, tishenim v'rananim yiyu, lehagid ki yashar Adonai, tzuri v'lo avlatav.
Anyone know how many psalms there are? I'll give you a hint, it's more than 92. More than that, more than 93. More than 100. Fewer than 500. 200, fewer than 200. 150. There are 150 psalms, and the 150th is on page 219. I think you will be able to at least get the chorus because the words are hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Think you can manage those words?
Join with all that you're comfortable joining. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, el bekocho, hallelujah, birki auzo, hallelujah, bigvurotav, hallelujah, kerov gudlo. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, beteka shofar, hallelujah, benevel bechinor, hallelujah, betofu machol, hallelujah, beminim ve'ugav. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, betiltzalei shama, hallelujah, betiltzalei trua, kol hanshama, tehallel, hallelujah, hallelujah. Last time. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Please not yet. Please turn to page 123 for our concluding blessing for this section. It's at the bottom of the page.
Baruch atah Adonai el melech gadol betishbachot el hahodot adon haniflot habocher b'shirei zimra melech elchei haolamim.
Praised are you, sovereign of wonders, crowned in adoration, delighting in song, eternal majesty. Please rise as you're able as we transition from these opening prayers and songs to the core of our service. We're on page 224.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah
Amen.
v'yalamad divrei chirutei v'yamelich malchutei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv yimeru amen Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach Le'olam le'al ve'amayad Yiparach v'yishbach v'yitbar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemei rekudeshah B'rechu li'el v'kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran v'yalma v'imeru Amen.
We continue with Baruch Hu on page 226.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach
continue on page 228. Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy, you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness, you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom, you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai our God, for the excellent work of your hands. And for the lights you created, may they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights.
Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot.
Page 30. 230. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion. On account of our forebears who trust like you to teach them the laws of life, be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten our eyes with your Torah, focus our minds on your mitzvot, unite our hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then we shall never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and awesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation with joy. Gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth, and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us. Truly you drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praise be you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love.
Baruch
Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael v'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto le'olam va'ed. Ve'afta. Please be seated, page 234. Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavcha, v'chol nafshecha, uv'chol meodecha, v'hayu havarim ha'ele, asher nechi mesavecha, hayom alevavecha, v'shinatam levanecha, v'dibartam bam, v'shivtecha v'eitecha, uflachpecha v'derech, ufshochpecha ufkumecha, uk'shavtam le'od al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha, uk'tavtam anuzuzot beitecha, uv'yisharecha. Leman tiskeru v'asitem ekol mitzotai, v'yatem kiddushim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzit etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, hiviot lachem le'olim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
On page 236, we have a paragraph about the tzitzit, the fringes that we wear on the corners of our talitot. And Sophia, you have this beautiful talit, special for your bat mitzvah, and I hope you wear it at many other Shabbat services and holiday services, and wrap yourself in the love and warmth of your family as well as the mitzvot. So we'll join together in the middle of the page.
Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai, and observe them so that you do not follow your hardened eyes in your lustful urge. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God."
Adonai Elohechem emet.
We continue on page 239 at the top. Emet, There is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness, there is your word.
Please join.
Emmet, the pen strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame, stir the soul's passion, guide our way, sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established, now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice.
Page 240. A little louder this time.
שיר החדשה שיבחו גאולים לשמחה שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופדייכן ומך יהודה וישראל, גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We continue with the Amidah on page 242.
Adonai sefaitai tifta'u fi techilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim ve'Kanei Hakol, ve'Socher Chasted Avo ve'imaho, ve'Miki Gulav v'Ivnei v'Neihem, ve'Man Shemo ve'Ahava, Melech Ozer Ushio U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atara le'Ushia, Morir ha'atal, Mechakel chaim ve'chesed, Mechayeh hakol ve'rachabim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofech cholim, Umadir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishnei afar. Michamocha ba'u gevurot, umido melach, melech memit, umechayeh, umatzmiah Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lahachachot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
Page 248.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וכרז זה ויאמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו, אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גוד לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. We continue on page 250. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, mekadeshei shevit Shabbat. Kulam yisbe'u ve'yitangu mitu vecha Shabbat. Yismechu ve'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu ve'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi'i ratzita bo v'kudashto Shabbat. Chemdat yamim, otokarata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. Zecher lema'aseh ferishit Shabbat. Zecher lema'aseh ferishit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, kor'ei oneg Shabbat. At the top of page 253, we join together. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope. For Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living. For Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness. For Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch atah Adonai, HaKadosh HaShabbat. Page 255.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu b'Amcha Yisrael, u'tefilatam yahava tekabel, u'tehi l'ratzon tamir avodat Yisrael mecha. Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levadecha b'yirah navod.
Amen. Turn to page 257. And who here has something to be grateful for? Some of you look hesitant, like you're not sure if you have something to be grateful for. And that's way too few hands, because at the very least, be thankful for this beautiful young lady who has brought us here together today in celebration and in joy. But the truth is that we have many things to be grateful for, to be thankful for, and again, like some of the earlier blessings, for the process of waking up, we just overlook them. We are so used to them, we take them for granted that we don't even recognize all of the blessings that we have. And so on page 257, we have another one of these blessings of gratitude that reminds us of all of the blessings we have. Sophia is going to lead the first paragraph. We're going to respond with the second paragraph and continue back and forth like that. And we're all going to join in on the Hebrew refrain, which is Modim Anachnu Lach. So everyone try that. Modim Anachnu Lach. That was not everybody. Try that again. Modim Anachnu Lach. There we go. So that means we gratefully acknowledge you, and of course we're talking to God at that point when we say those words. So, Sophia, go for it.
For the expanded grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
Modim Anachnu Lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons, Modim Anachnu Lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim Anachnu Lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression, Modim Anachnu Lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared, Modim Anachnu Lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom, Modim Anachnu Lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and chose,
Modim Anachnu Lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot.
A prayer for peace, page 258. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu al kol Yisrael amecha. Barcheinu yotreinu kulanu ke'echad be'or panecha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Ki ve'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Torah Chaim ve'ahava chesed v'tzedaka v'racha v'rachamim v'chaim v'shalom. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. V'tov ve'anecha levarech et amecha Yisrael. V'chol et uv'chol av v'shlomecha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael bashalom.
With prayers of peace on our minds, we also offer the prayers of our hearts, the ones that we may not share with the words of our ancestors or the words of the people sitting right next to us. And so I invite you now to take a few moments to offer your personal prayer.
Shalom bimromav, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen.
Hand the Torah down to her, okay? Just follow my directions. Yeah, in a minute you're going to come up and stand out over here, and I'm going to take the Torah down, and you're going to hand the Torah to her, okay? Just, what now? So we've reached the middle part of the service. By the way, my name is Jamie Gibson. I just waltz in from doing the minyan upstairs, and what a delight, all the way down the hall, to hear Sophia's voice, to hear you leading us with such confidence and joy and commitment. It's fantastic to hear you, and you're invited back. Just so you know, before you ever read a shred of Torah, you're invited back to help lead services, okay? So the Torah service that we're about to start is on 244 in your book. It's 362 in the brackets. There are many people who are being honored with what is called Aliyah LeTorah. That is coming up the pulpit here to say the blessing before and after the Torah. Our custom here is if your name is called, come up this staircase here and come to this corner of the pulpit. If you forget your book, we have the blessing in nice big print right here for everyone, all right? And then after you finish your blessing after the Torah, come over here to this side, and you'll remain. By that way you get to extend the honor of being up here for the blessing that will occur after your own. And if you go the wrong way, we'll tap you on the shoulder. You'll go the right way. We don't do grand opera here, right? It's Shabbos, and we're going to enjoy each other's company. So I think that for the very first thing, we need Gabriel. Where's Gabriel? Gabriel. Go find Rabbi Gorban. She's going to help you, and he's going to open the ark, which is a sign for us as we are able to please rise. So wait till he does that. There, come on, go over to Rabbi Gorban. There you go. As you are able, please rise. Page 244.
Page 362.
מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור אדוני מלך אדוני מלך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום אהבת רחמים היטיב ברצונך את ציון תבנה חומות ירושלים תבנה חומות ירושלים כי בך לבד בטחנו מלך רם ונישא אדון עולמים.
This is our Torah. This is our heritage. By this heritage, our ancestors lived. For the sake of it, they often had to die. But always, this treasure and heritage was passed on to a new generation of young and eager hands to have and hold, to learn, to make their very own. And today, when we celebrate the bat mitzvah of a spectacular young woman like Sophia, your hands are ready, but we're going to pass it down to you, okay? So we are so excited at the idea of this Torah being passed on to this pair of young and eager and committed hands. So we'll take the Torah from which she'll read today, and we'll pass it yet once again, from generation to generation to generation, from her grandparents to her parents, from her parents to her. I'm going to give it to you and just give it back. There. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. And then you take it. Grip like a baby. There you go. We're on page 246 at the very top. After those first two lines, we go right to 248.
So that's 364 and 366 using the blue numbers and brackets.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai b'Yerushalayim. Turn the page. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad
Eloheinu Gadol Adonai Gadol
Shemo.
Gadlul Adonai iti uneramma shemo yachdav. You first. Lecha Ad. We'll be to you in a second. We're going to go to the back first. V'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Turn around. Kichol b'shamayim u'haaretz. Kichol b'shamayim u'haaretz. Lecha Adonai. V'amit na'aseh. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Lecha Adonai Echad. Shabbat shalom. V'hagevura Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Welcome. Welcome. Hashamayim u'va'aretz. Kichol Shamayim u'va'aretz. Lecha Adonai Hamam. Lecha Shabbat shalom.
And on the opposite page.
Al shlosha devarim. Shabbat shalom.
Al shlosha
Shabbat
devarim.
shalom.
Al
Shabbat shalom.
shlosha devarim. Olam haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Olam haolam omed.
Shabbat shalom.
Al
Cindy, Shabbat shalom.
haTorah ve'al
David, Shabbat shalom. I
avodah
didn't say it last night.
ve'al gemilut
Shabbat
chasadim.
Over here now, huh? These wonderful people. Ve'al avodah ve'al
gemilut
Shabbat shalom.
chasadim.
Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Ha'olam omed. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Give it to me. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim. Shlosha devarim. Al shlosha devarim. Ha'olam omed. Everyone find a seat. Now where's Mike Gordon? See what Mike is doing? Mike has the thicker blue book that has the Torah and the prophetic portion for today. It's considered really good manners to wander all over the room and find a chumash so that you can, in fact, follow the text. They're in the pew racks all around. And again, if it's not around you, Barbara Gibson is offering hers as well. Mike Gordon's coming around. And they're all over, and they just get redistributed every week. So it's perfectly fine to go and find one for yourself. This week's Torah portion is called Kiddushim. Now, those who come from other congregations might say, no, it's not Kiddushim, it's Achremot. But we are on the Israeli calendar. And in Israel, they celebrated 7 days of Passover, not 8. And we celebrated 7 days of Passover, not 8. So we are going to be off, because we're on the Israeli calendar, from the American or diaspora calendar, all the way to the end of July. So before you walk away from our congregation saying, oh, they did the wrong portion, no, we did the Israeli portion, which is the calendar that we follow. And boy, what a portion it is. It is the portion that talks about what it is to create a just society that is holy because it dedicates itself to its values. And we're going to get to read that. Sophia's going to get to read that too. If you would like to follow, it's on page 894, 898. This will be translated as we go along. The Haftarah, the prophetic section, will not. And for the first Aliyah, I get to say, Yamdul Aliyah Harishona, Edie, Rachel, Joe, and Kate. So how's married life? Okay? Again. And you're doing, I'm going to take a chumash. So, you ready? Haven't done this for a while, have you?
It's been a little while.
Okay, there we go. Baruch Hu.
You ready?
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Hold the Torah for her right there.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el kol adat b'nei Yisrael v'yamarta alehem kadoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem ishimo ve'aviv tira'u ve'et shabtotai tishmoru ani Adonai Elohechem al tifnu el ha'elilim Elohim masecha lo ta'asu lachem ani Adonai Elohechem.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'Tohenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Great to see you.
Translation.
Go to the other side.
The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the whole Israelite community and say to them, You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. You shall each revere his mother and his father and keep my Sabbaths. I, the Lord, am your God. Do not turn to idols or make molten gods for yourselves. I, the Lord, am your God.
Yamdul, Aliyah, Hashniya, Cindy, David, Laura, Tom, and Charlie. I have it. So take this and touch where she's going to read it, and you kiss that. That's the sign of respect. Okay? Here we go. Okay? We have a rousing chorus here, right? We do. 1, 2, 3.
Baruch Adonai.
Baruch Hu. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Take 2. Baruch
Adonai Hamvarah.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher baruch banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Okay, hold.
Come in closer, guys.
You're going to hold that open for me so it doesn't roll in. V'chi tizbachuhu zevach shlamim ladonai, lirtzonchem tizbachuhu. And if you decide that you are going to, not just decide, but if you go and offer an offering of well-being to the Eternal, so that it may be, you should offer it so that it can be accepted on your behalf. B'yom zivchem ye'achel u'memochorat, and you can eat from it on the day that it was offered and on the next day. V'hanotar ad yom hashlishi ba'esh yisaref. But anything that's left over to the third day, that should be burned in fire. You're only allowed to eat leftovers for one day, but beyond that, toss it, or burn it in this case. No refrigeration. Right, because there was no refrigeration. Ve'im he'achol ye'achel b'yom hashlishi pigulhu lo yeratzeh. But if someone decides to eat it on the third day, it is an abomination and it will not be acceptable. Ve'ochlav avono yisa ki et kadosh Adonai chilel v'nichrata hanefesh achi me'ameha. But the person who does eat of it on the third day, it will bear their sin because they have eaten from the holy of God and therefore have desecrated it, and they will be cut off from their kin and their people.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
That part always makes me cry too. I just want you to know. Say hello to these wonderful people over here. Yamdu, Aliyah Shlishi, Debbie Barry, Pearl, and Kayla. Beautiful. What a lovely talit that is. I love the white on white. All of you get close. All right.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Hold that crowd in. There you go.
Uverkutzerchem et kitzir artzechem lo tichale pe'atza decha liktzor. And when you harvest the corners of your fields, you should not harvest all the way to the edge, to the corners. Or when you harvest your fields, you should not harvest all the way to the corners of your fields. V'leket kitzircha lo telaket. And you should not gather up fallen grain or fallen stuff that you've harvested. V'karmecha lo te'olel, uferet karmecha lo telaket. And when you have a vineyard, if you have a vineyard, you should not pick all of the fruit, and anything that falls down, you should also not pick up. Le'ani v'lager ta'zovotam. You should leave it for the poor and for the stranger who resides in your midst. Ani Adonai Elohechem. I am Adonai your God. Lo tignovu velo techachashu velo teshakru ish be'amito. You should not steal or betray or act deceitfully with anybody from among your kin. Velo tishavu b'shmi l'shaker, and don't swear by my name falsly. V'chilalta et shem Adonai Elohecha ani Adonai. And you, because that would desecrate my name, I am Adonai, your God.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Go hello, say, go hug everybody, okay? Over there. You're in charge over here. Yamdul, Aliyah, Harvi'it. Will Susie, Jesse, and Nancy please come to the Torah?
You didn't want their Hebrew names?
Eva, Leah, Bat Bela, Daniel. Yosef, Ben Bela, Daniel. Taiba.
Ready? So look over there. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Hold the Torah right here. Thank you very much. Lo ta'ashok et re'echa. Do not oppress your neighbor. Lo tigzol. Do not rob. Lo talin pe'ulat sachir itcha ad boker. The wages of the hired hand will not remain with you overnight until morning. Lo tikalel cheresh. You shall not curse the deaf. V'livnei iver lo titeh michshol. And before the blind, you shall not place any kind of obstacle. Vayareta me Elohecha, and thus you shall show your awe of your God. Ani Adonai. I am Adonai. Lo ta'asu avel b'mishpat. Don't do anything wrong or untoward in matters of justice. Lo tisaf pnei dal. Don't overly lift up the face of the lowly or the poor. V'lo te'adar pnei gadol. And do not reverence the face of the mighty. But tzedek tishpot amitecha. You must judge your people justly. Lo talin rachil be'amecha. You shall not be as a talebearer among your people. Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa. And you shall not stand idly by the blood of your neighbor. Ani Adonai. I am God. Okay. Bless you.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Yishkoach. Good to see you again. Yishkoach. Come on over, say hello to all of them. Where's my list? Yamdu Aliyah HaChamishit Bela Daniel. That's Barbara and Daniel. Whenever you're ready.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Avarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch
Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Hold the Torah. Thank you very much. Lo tisnat achicha bilvavecha. Do not hate your brother, your kinsman, in your heart. Hocheach tochiach et amitecha. Correct them if you need to amongst your people. V'lo tisa alav chet. But don't do it so much you make a fool of yourself or be a jerk. Or there's a Pittsburgh term that I will not use. Lo tikom v'lo titor. You shall not bear a grudge or carry vengeance. Et b'nei amecha, amongst your people. Ve'avta l'recha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. Ani Adonai, I am God. Et chukotai tishmoru. You shall observe my ordinances. You shall observe my ordinances. Behemtecha lo tarbia. And you shall not cause your animals to actually mix up themselves kilayim. You shall not mix your animals in what they do basadcha in the field. Lo tizra kilayim. Do not sow seeds of two different kinds of plants at the same time in the same row. Uveged kilayim shatnez lo ya'ale alav. And you shall not wear a garment with two types of thread upon them. Usually it means linen, which comes from flax, a plant, and wool, which comes from sheep, which is an animal.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'kayim olam nata b'tayenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten
HaTorah.
Amen. Come on over and say hello to them. Mazel tov, mazel tov. Thank you. And Sophia's going to come over not only to say hello, but she's going to read the last two of the aliyot herself. Yamdu l'aliyah hashishit asher zelig ben Bela Daniel Amanda. Will Joshua and Amanda please come for the sixth aliyah? There you go. We love making her taller. Oh, you got your own? That's great. Okay, do you have your spot? Hold on a second. Okay, wait. Sadchat. Yeah. Ish. Okay. Take the edge of your talit. No, and you touch right here. Right here. Okay. So somebody have their cardiac monitor on. Is that it? Okay, blessing before.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam. Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Dad, hold the Torah.
Amen. Ish Kishka ve'isha Shichva tzera Vehi Shivcha Necharev ve'ish Ve'ovdeh Lo nivdata Chuvsha Lo nitan la Bikoret tihya Lo yimtu ki lo chupasha Vehevi et Hashemol Adonai El Petach O HaMoed El Ha'asham Vechiper Alav HaKohen Ve'el Ha'asham Lifnei Adonai Achatato Asher Chata V'nislach Lo Mechatato Asher Chata.
So, if it is the case that a man has relations with a woman, and she has been designated for another man, but hasn't been redeemed or given her freedom, there shall be a penalty to pay. They shall not, however, be put to death for that act, because she has not yet been freed. But he has to bring to the entrance of the tent of meeting a reparation offering called an asham, a ram of a reparation offering. With the ram of the reparation offering, the priest shall make expiation for him, for the eternal, before the eternal, for the sin he's committed and the sin that will be forgiven him. Okay?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betuchenu Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen. Kiss your parents, they're very nice people. Oh, no, not an air kiss. Come on.
No. You can actually kiss them.
There you go. Kiss your brother. I know. Come on, kiss, hug. Kiss, hug. There you go.
I'll wait for you.
Okay?
And your
And
mom. And your mom.
Hello.
And did you get your grandparents? Yeah. Okay. So, Josh, Amanda, you're the parents. You get to stand over here. It's the wonderful blessing of being a mom and a dad. So this is the very first time Sophia is being called to the Torah in her own right. And so there's a special way to call a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah that recognizes that this is a unique moment in her life. She can never go back to not having blessed the Torah in addition to have read it. So we get to say with great joy and pride, Tamod, 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 Livarech et HaKriya, Frida Rachel, Barash Zelig V'Amanda, Bat Mitzvah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten HaTorah.
Amen.
V'chi tavo'u el ha'aretz Untaitem kol etz ma'acha va'arlatem orlato et piryo shalosh shanim hihia lachem arelim lo yachel ubashana harvi'it hihia kol piryo kodesh hilulim ladonai uvashana hachamishit tochlu et piryo v'hosiv lachem tevuato ani Adonai Elohechem.
When you enter the land and plant your trees, plant any tree for food, you shall not be able to eat the fruit of that tree for 3 years. It's forbidden. It's called orla. 3 years shall it be forbidden for you not to be eaten. In the 4th year, only in the 4th year may it be set aside for the jubilation before God. And in the 5th year, you may begin to use the fruit, that its yield may be increased. I, Adonai, am your God. Ready, guys? Here we go. Baruch. It's yours. Oh, Susan, it's yours.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Kiss your parents again. They're still nice people.
Great job. Love you.
You done waving? Yeah, shake hand. There we go. Now, the Torah has been read, and there are things that need to go on between the Torah and the Haftorah, the prophetic portion that will be read today, which I will tell you in advance is my favorite Haftorah ever in all the cycle. So the first thing we're going to have in our prayer book is we're going to have a prayer for the state of Israel. Where's Jeremy and David? You're going to come up for that right now, if you would. Give me the prayer book. Right under here. You have it? Okay, good.
שאלו שלום ירושלים, ישליו אוהביך.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. ברוך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גואלתנו. הגן עלינו בעברת חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. ושלח אורך ואימתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה. ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך, ונתתם שלום בארץ, ושמחה לעולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fulfillment of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Go say hello to Sophia. Okay? Go say hello. Here she go. The blessing for our country, which is on page 258 or 376 in your book, it will be offered by Anthony, Nicola, Liv, and Ben. So you're going to read right here, which says, "O guardian." You'll have to get around the print this a little. "O guardian of Israel." "O guardian."
Okay. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for those who we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honour those who have died in defence of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Amen. It sounds so sincere when you read it. Thank you. Go say hello to Sophia, okay? And today is a little bit different from other Shabbatot. Today is the day just before the new month. The new month is called Iyar. Many of us know that the 5th of Iyar is Yom HaAtzmaut, or Israeli Independence Day. The new month is celebrated as a 2-day Rosh Chodesh. It starts tomorrow, And the blessing for this is on 261 or 379 for the Shabbat just preceding the new moon or Rosh Chodesh.
Yehi ratzon afanecha, Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei avotenu v'imotenu, shetechadesh aleinu et hachodesh haba letova v'livracha, v'titen lanu chaim arukim, chaim shel shalom, chaim shel parnasa, chaim shel tevanu, avat Torah v'yirat shamayim, chaim shimalu mishalot libenu letova. Amen. Rosh Chodesh Iyar yeh b'yom harishon v'yom hasheni. The new month of Iyar will begin tomorrow, Sunday, and continue to Monday.
If you look at 253 in your book, you'll find the last of these intermediary prayers. It's called a Mishaberach healing. And although there's incredible joy in the room that's palpable when you walk in, especially when you see Sophia smiling and leading with such joy up there, every one of us knows people who are really, really hurting, people who are struggling, people who need not just all the gifts of medicine, but need all of our best prayers on their behalf so that they can be welcomed back to what we call refuah shlema, which is health of body, mind, and spirit. So I'm going to go around the congregation. I'm going to look at you, and if there's a name that you want to add into our collective heart today, feel free to say the name quietly or say the name out loud so that all of us can pray for those of us who are in need of healing of body, mind, and spirit in hospitals, in nursing homes, or those who simply walk the earth with a stone in the heart or face the daily battles of sobriety or spiritual health. So the only rule is, as I said last night, there's no class, so don't raise your hand. If there's somebody for whom you wish healing, just call the name out nice and loud. Second verse. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So to help with the lifting, the tying, and the tending of the Torah, I get to say, Yamdu, Lemagbia, Gololot, Will, Alexa, and Lily all come to the Torah. As the Torah is lifted on high, it's our custom for you to rise as you are able.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לבני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה ציווה לנו משה, תורה ציווה לנו משה, תורה ציווה לנו משה, תורה ציווה לנו משה, תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Sophia, it's Haftarah time. I know you're here. Sit down. The Haftarah can be found in your book on page 999 and 1000. It is a brief gem of a Haftarah. It's the end of the book of Amos, chapter 9, 7 to 15. And this is a cry not just for the Jews to maintain their faith with God, but a cry for understanding that other peoples have relationships with God. This will not be translated, so if you want to follow it, it's on page 999, 1000. And the beautiful poetry of a world where God has independent multiple covenants with all kinds of peoples, and God cares for them, and cares for us uniquely. And God will set up the fallen sukkah of David, and the hills will wave with grain, and the mountains shall melt. That's the kind of messianic vision that this particular Haftarah affords, page 999. Now, in a minute, I need Aiden, Dylan, Ethan, and Noah. Where are they? Okay? Come on over here. Rabbi Gorman's going to give instructions. See these baskets over here? No, over here. Walk this way. Come on over here. This way. Over here. Now, we are distributing candy. For those of you who have not been to Bar Mitzvah before, it's not intermission. It is not, snack time. At the end of the Haftarah, officially ends when Sophia will have completed all of her Hebrew requirements. And when she finishes the last blessing, the instruction is to gently waft candy in her direction. And all the kids who are here, that includes you, will have an opportunity to come and get that candy. We're not taking out her eye. We're being really gentle. Spring training's over. The Pirates are down at PNC Park. But everybody, and please don't rustle it if you can avoid that, because it makes noise that might bother Sophia. The blessing before the Haftarah. Let's start.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim b'ratzah v'divreihem hana'amarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo V'Yisrael amo, u'v'nvi'ei ha'emet. B'tzedek.
I thought you said not to distract her.
Halo Chifnei chushim atem li b'nei Yisrael ne'um Adonai halo et Yisrael ha'eleti me'eretz Mitzrayim uflishim mikavtor va'aram mikir hinei einei Adonai Elohim b'mamlacha hachata'a v'hishmadeti ota me'al pnei ha'adama efes ki lo hashmed ashmid et be Yaakov ne'um Adonai ki hinei anachi metzaveh v'hanioti b'chol hagugim et be Yisrael kasher yinoah bakvara v'lo yipol tor aretz b'cherev yamutu kol chata'eh ami ha'omrim lo tagish v'takdim ba'adenu hara'ah bayom hahu akim etukat David hanefelet v'gadarti et pirtzehen v'harisotav akim ufnitiha kimei olam lema'an yershu et she'eri dedom b'chol hagogim asher nikah shemi alehem ne'um Adonai oseh zot hinei yamim ba'im ne'um Adonai benigash choresh bakotzer v'darech hanavim v'moshech hazara v'hitifu heharim asis v'chol hagvaot titmo gagna v'shavti et shevut am Yisrael uvanu arim neshamo ve'ashavil v'taitu churamim v'shatu et yenam v'asu ganot v'achlu et perihem u'ntaitim al adamatam v'lo yinachu me'al adamatam asher natati lohem amar Adonai Elohecha. The blessing after. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tur kol ha'olamim tzadik b'chol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh hamdaber m'kayem shechol devarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nivi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha u'limnucha lechavod ultifa'aret al hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach umvarchim otach yivarach shimcha befi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo
Mekadesh HaShabbat
Amen. Simen tov, mazel tov, simen tov, mazel tov. Kids, get the candy. Tov, mazel tov, simen tov, yehelanu, 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 lechol Yisrael. Come on up. Yehelanu, yehelanu, lechol Yisrael.
Can I have a piece? I tried to nail you in the face.
You get one. Simen tova, mazel tova, simen tova, mazel tov. Best vacuum cleaners in the world. Mazel tov v'simen tov yehelanu. So, we're back in our prayer book again, and we're at the prayers for returning the Torah to the Ark, which are on 374 in the brackets, or 256. And who do we need? We need Bonnie, we need Miriam, and we need David. Where are they? So follow her instructions. On 256, 374, we rise as you were able for the opening of the Ark.
Hallelujah, et Shem Adonai, ki nizkav shemo levado. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kero. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Lekach tov natati lechem torati al ta'azovu. For a good heritage I have given to you, do not forsake it.
Eitz chaim hi lama chazikim ba v'toch be'ah me'ushar dera'eha dercheino v'chol tivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashova Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
Say hello, everybody. Say hello. Wave.
Hi.
Hug. Have a seat, everyone. We ask all of our B'nai Mitzvah students to demonstrate their facility and quality in 3 areas. One is leading the service, which you led beautifully. The other is in Torah and Haftarah reading, which you did beautifully. But the third is to tell us what Torah means, to be a teacher of Torah in her own right, to teach us the lessons that she derives from the Torah that she read, so that the words are not merely more than 3,000 years old, they're relevant and new for today. I will ask about the candy. If you do partake of candy, and it's not prohibited, that you find somebody with pockets to give the wrapper to. It will just make it a lot easier for our staff if you hand over the wrapper to somebody else. Thank you. Take your time. Got it. There you go. It's good to get it in order, right?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Wait. You said it really nicely. They got to respond better. Try it again.
Shabbat Shalom.
Wasn't that better?
My parsha is called Kiddushim, and it's in the book of Leviticus. My parsha is about how to live a holy life, which means that what we do reflects on God. If we live a holy life, it shows that God is good. If we don't live a holy life, it shows that God is bad. To live a holy life, you have to follow rules and laws, respect God, and have an ongoing relationship with God. Some examples of living a holy life would be to leave the edges of our field not harvested so the poor can collect the grain there. Another example would be not to steal from anybody or lie. Don't consult witches or ghosts, and treat everyone with kindness, even if they are a stranger to you. Also have honest weights and balances so that people pay a fair price, and don't curse the deaf or make the blind trip and fall. If you don't do these or abide by the many other laws and rules in my parsha, you're not going to have a good relationship with God, and you're not going to have a good relationship with other people. If you don't have a good relationship with other people, you're not going to have any friends, and you will not have anyone to share good times and the bad times with. It's good to care about other people because we live in a world with other people, and eventually you're going to have to talk to someone. You don't have to like or be happy with people 100% of the time, although it's better if you do, but you're going to have a relationship with someone. I think that everyone can be holy, even today. We all have ideas of how to be good people and how to show respect to the people and the ideas we value. Something you can do to be a good person and a holy person would be to go out of your way to return something that is not yours because you know how much it means to that person. An example of this is when I found a lost dog on my street and I called the number and walked it home to its owner's home when I found out where it lived. I did not have to do this, but wanted to because I knew it would make someone happy even if they are a stranger to me. Another way to be holy is to own up to your mistakes and your wrongdoings. One of the most important things to me is to be respectful to my friends and my family. An example of this would be when I yell or scream at my mom and dad or grandma, even if I feel that they deserve it at that time, but then quickly realize that because of who they are and how much I respect them, I immediately apologize with sincere words and a hug. Taking care of the environment and animals is also a good way to be holy. For my Tikkun Olam project, I'm going to be donating some of my bat mitzvah money to the Puppy Mill Project. The Puppy Mill Project is an educational and advocacy organization dedicated to fighting puppy mill cruelty. A puppy mill is a place where they breed dogs in an inhumane and cruel way so that the animals suffer and the breeders get lots of money. Puppy mills showcase animal cruelty. Puppy mills must be stopped and ended. This cause is important to me because I love animals so much and because they can't fight for themselves. The Torah encourages us to speak for those who don't have a voice, so I can help them this way. I want to devote my time and my money to make a difference to something I love. The Puppy Mill Project is important to the community because pets bring happiness and love into other people's lives. My desire to help animals, families, and end the injustice of animal cruelty is important to me as a person and as a Jew. As part of my bat mitzvah, I am deeply honored to be able to participate in the Holocaust Center's Remembering the Children B'nai Mitzvah project and share my bat mitzvah with Sofia Dancer, who experienced the Holocaust tragically and was not able to celebrate her own bat mitzvah. Sofia Dancer was born on June 4th, 1936, to David and Esther Dancer. She was deported in 1943 from her home in the Netherlands with her parents to Sobibor, an extermination camp in Poland. Sofia was murdered at the age of 7 in March of 1943. Sofia was born 60 years, almost to the day that I was born. Both my brother and my great-grandmother were born on the 7th of March, the age and the month where Sofia was killed. It is very important to me to share my bat mitzvah with Sofia so that I can honor her life, the lives of the millions of Jews who died in the Holocaust, and remind myself how fortunate I truly am to be able to be Jewish, to be alive, and have my own bat mitzvah. Sophia, you will never be forgotten. Before I finish my speech, I want to make sure that I thank everybody for coming, the people at Temple Sinai who made this day possible, and my very special family. First, I would like to thank Rabbi Gorbin for helping me write my speech, teaching me what it means to be holy, and having to deal with me always saying my ideas and never writing them down. I would also like to thank Rabbi Gibson for keeping me calm, teaching me the importance of having a bat mitzvah, and of course, introducing me to your Moses action figure. It was really cool. Rabbi Gibson, I also want to tell you that I'm sorry that your mother passed away and hope that you are doing okay. Next, I would like to thank Cantor Berman for helping me learn my prayers, prepare for services, and teaching me not to fall while carrying the Torah. The last non-family member I would like to thank is my tutor, Adele. Adele, thank you for teaching me my Haftorah and my Torah, and also for bringing me popcorns during our lessons. Without Adele, this day would not have been possible. Next, I would like to thank my friends and family for being here today. I especially appreciate the people who came from out of town and my family from England. I wish all my family could be here and want to make sure that my Ma and Pop, who are no longer with us, know that I remember them and think about them all the time. I am very lucky to have all 4 of my grandparents here with me on this special day. Nanny and Dada are my grandparents from England. Thank you for traveling this far to celebrate with me. I love spending time with you. Nanny, thank you for taking me bargain hunting while we shop. And Dada, thank you for teaching me your jokes and magic tricks. Grandma and Papa Danny are my local grandparents. I'm so lucky that I get to see you so much. Grandma, I love when we get manicures, how you think all my clothes are too small, and all your other opinions and pieces of advice. Papa Danny, thank you for teaching me how to play cards, to catch fish, and for swimming with me in Florida and the country. Papa Danny, I love you very much, but please always remember, it's not your house, it's Grandma's house, and you just live there. Mom and Dad, you are literally the reason I am here. Thank you for always being there for me and helping me through some good and not so good times. Mom, you were the coolest mom anyone could ask for. Thank you for being so calm and understanding. I love it when you let me do your makeup, when you help me with my school projects, and that you take such good care of our babies, Gracie and Benny. Dad, you are always there to help me study, even if we have to use YouTube to learn how to do something. You understand me so well and are a great listener and advisor. I am grateful that you always know what to do when I need you most. Mom and Dad, I love you both very much. And then there was Gabe. Anyone who knows me knows that Gabe is very special to me and I protect him fiercely. Since the day he was born, we have had a unique relationship. We have done everything together and we are very close. Gabe, thanks for practicing martial arts with me and letting me smush you on the ground. Even though we fight at times, and I'm always right, at the end of the day, you are my brother. I will always be loyal to you, and I will always love you. Shabbat shalom to you all, and may the 4th be with you all.
Come here. So, just a couple things. We actually went over this last night. We don't really applaud in here. You either say Yesher Koach, or we do silent. We do this. Everybody do this. There we go. Yes, yes, you picked Star Wars Day for your bat mitzvah. May the 4th be with you. Yes. And to look into your eyes, I see a young woman who actually understands not only who she is, but the place she has in the world. And from my personal perspective, knowing your family as long as I have, you know your place in your family. Because when I look in your eyes, I see the eyes of your great-grandmother, Frida, who was one of the first people I met when I came to Pittsburgh, and the passion that drove her to make things better, to make things right, to do the right thing for as many people as many times as she could in her life. I see that passion in you, and that's a gift. The gift of her influence over your family, the gift of your other grandparents that have helped make you who you are, is extraordinary, and it's actually reflected in your Torah portion in a verse that you did not mention. Later in the portion, after you finish reading, there is a verse that says, Mipnei seva takum v'adarta pnei zaken. It says, you shall revere those with white hair, those who are older, and you shall truly venerate the aged. I think this is very, very important because we live in a world where youth is prized, and sometimes old people don't feel that they're either loved or paid attention to or even cared for. And the story I want to tell you is one of the most powerful ones I know, and I want you to listen, and maybe all of us can learn from it. It's a well-known story of a man who lost his wife, and he was raising his son, and his own father fell on hard times and had to come live with them. And 3 generations of men lived in the same house, the grandfather, the father, and the son, who was only 8 years old. Well, as the grandfather got older and older, when they would sit down at the dinner table, the grandfather started to lose control of his hands, and sometimes he'd drop a cup, or a dish would fall, and it would shatter. And at first it was okay, the son cleaned it up, he was respectful, although he grumbled a bit. But after a while it seemed to be a bit much. And so he went to a local discount store and he bought his father a wooden cup, a wooden plate, and wooden knife, fork, and spoon. And he looked at his father and said, that way you won't break anything anymore. Well, his father, the grandfather, was humiliated, of course, a way we should not make our elders feel. And not 3 weeks later, the father came home to see his 8-year-old son, who was busy working, and he didn't know what he was working at. He had a knife that he used to carve wood, and he was carving something round. He said, son, this is wonderful. What are you making with your own hands? He said, I'm carving a wooden plate for you, for the day you become old. And I'm carving utensils for you when you can no longer handle things without dropping them. And he learned from his son that humiliating his father was far worse than some broken crockery. And he apologized to his father, and he got new dishes. They weren't the most expensive dishes, But he got new dishes and they ate. And yes, occasionally a cup would break or a dish. But they lived in a kind of love that can only be based on the respect that the 3 generations had for each other. I think without even me telling you the story, you knew exactly where it was going to go. You knew what was going to happen because you have that feeling in your heart. And what I want more than anything else is for you to know that not only are you about to be blessed, but that you are a blessing. You're a blessing with your smile and your fierce eyes and the way you and Gabe fight and the way you and Gabe love and the way you make all of us just a little bit more thoughtful about who we are as Jews and who we are as people. So I'm going to call over Rabbi Gorban and Canna Berman to offer a blessing for you at this wonderful time. May you be blessed throughout your entire life, even as you're blessed at this moment. Look at us. May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May the light of God shine on you and may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, shalom.
May God lift up God's presence to you and grant you joy, fulfillment, purpose and promise, happiness, love, and most of all the blessing of peace, as together we all say,
Amen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who has caused us to live, sustain us, and allows us to reach this happy time. And guess what? She gets to look you right in the eye because she is taller today, right?
Me too. Sophia, as I think back to the start of our life together, I'll never forget the first time I felt that incredible flutter in my tummy. It truly was a moment that took my breath away. You left me wanting more, and I could not wait to meet you. You came into this world on your own agenda, 13th of June 2006 at 11:52 a.m. When your father and I arrived at the hospital around midnight of the evening before, the doctor proclaimed, "Oh, this baby will be here well within the hour." See, own agenda. You were the most precious little thing I had ever seen, with my funny ears and the sweetest face. I'd say angelic, but it was more reminiscent of an angry Yoda. Ask Auntie Susie, she has the picture. I'll never forget 2 things that day. The first time we locked eyes, it was pure love. And the phone call I made to Nanny and Dada, telling them we'd been blessed with the most precious gift, a perfect little girl. And Soph, you were perfect. Still are. Sophia, you are like a multifaceted diamond with many endearing qualities. You're loving, caring, affectionate, funny, kind, a loyal friend, the list is endless. But the trait I admire the most is your innate ability to overcome challenges and obstacles. There is a tenacity and a strength to you that is veiled by your sweet exterior, and woe betide thee who underestimates the power of Soph. Right, Gabe? In times past, I did wonder how I would feel on this day as a Catholic mom of a bat mitzvah. And I have to tell you, love, it's another one of those moments that takes your breath away. Sophia, we could not be more proud of you today. To say you did a great job would be a huge disservice to your commitment in preparing for this major milestone. Studying for a bat mitzvah takes diligence and dedication, and the way you applied yourself to your studies was nothing short of impressive. You were fabulous today, love. I'm so proud of the young lady you are becoming, and I'm really excited to see all of the places you shall go. And Soph, I know you are going places. If I may send you on your way with one thought, it is this. Life is not measured by how many breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away, like this one. My best girl ever, I am honored to be called your mom. May God bless you always. I love you. Love you, sweetheart.
Can you say something? You're good. Come on. Come here. I'm going to try my best not to cry and look at my mom, because if I do, I definitely will cry. Sophia, your mom and I stand here today with the biggest smile any two parents could ever have, with a sense of pride that is hard to describe. You did just an amazing job today on your Torah and your Haftorah portion, on your prayers, and of course, displaying your angel-like voice and smile that are hard not to want to hear and see over and over again. Once again, you have impressed us and put forth a performance that we will remember and cherish for the rest of our lives. Sophia, I know we are a bit biased, but your mother and I think you are the greatest daughter, big sister, and little lady in the world, and we feel so blessed to call ourselves your parents. My entire life, all I ever wanted to be was a dad. To be able to put myself in the shoes of my parents, to have those unique parental feelings of love, pride, and sometimes utter frustration. And to one day be able to repay my parents with a grandchild for everything they've done. From the day you were born and the moment I sprinted halfway across the hospital to embrace and to announce to my own mom that our baby was born and that it was a beautiful girl until now, I have thanked God every day for answering my prayers and giving us the gift of you. Given that today is your bat mitzvah, I feel the need to reflect on why you are so special and why we love you so much. As a baby and young toddler, we remember how much fun you were. You liked to cuddle, you liked to sing, hum, dance, you liked to act, you liked to be dramatic, you liked pink, you liked to drop things and definitely not eat much. Many, if not all of these things have not changed. We love that you love spending time with your family, especially your brother, who you adore and, as you said, protect fiercely. We love that you love being with your aunts, uncles, and cousins here and in England, and that we love that you many times feel the need to adopt a British accent while abroad. We respect your passion for animals, like your Uncle Jesse's, Aunt Suzel, and cousin Alexa. You've never been afraid of animals, except for maybe the smallest spider in the world. And you truly feel that they have just as many or more rights than humans. We also admire how much you love school and the big stage, how hard you work, even if you need a little pushing, and how you always persevere when facing adversity, anxiety, and doubt. Prepping for this bat mitzvah is yet another example of that. While there may have been some tough times leading up to this, some control battles between bar mitzvah prep, dance rehearsal, schoolwork, and even YouTube and TikTok, you would think that by now we should have learned our lesson and been comforted by the so many times you have overcome any obstacle that comes your way. This skill will do you very well in life, Sophia Bell. And even if your mom and I worry as many parents do, we want you to know that we have so much confidence in you. On this special day and in this moment, I want to end by referring to what you have spoken about, what you have accomplished, and look you in the eyes and say only a few more words. So we believe everything you said today. You are holy, you are good, you are generous, you are caring, you are loyal, and you are determined. Family is of the utmost importance to you. You have demonstrated all of this repeatedly. You are what it means to be Jewish to our family. You have achieved such a great accomplishment by fulfilling your bat mitzvah, and again, we are so proud of you. Please know this is just the beginning. God willing and with good health, you have a lot to live for and much to contribute. Please continue to be you. Hold yourself accountable and enjoy life to the fullest. Please know your mom and dad love you very much, and that we plan to be there for you every step of the way. I love you.
My name's Rick Cowson, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Temple Sinai, we want to say Mazel Tov to your family and to you. I can say personally, I really enjoyed sharing the Bima with you for the last 2 hours. Sometimes I talk to kids and they don't talk back to me, and that certainly wasn't an issue with you. So I appreciate that. But even just getting to know you for the last 2 hours, as you may know, I spent a lot of time on the Hillel Jewish University Center board with your grandmother. You have a lot of the same leadership qualities that she has, and I'm sure you will develop into a great Jewish leader as well in your own right. So I have a couple presents for you. So first we have the I Am Jewish book. I've read this. There are a lot of tough issues here. I encourage you to read it. I have not read the whole book, but you may read just parts, and it's really good. And then we have a Kiddush cup from the congregation for your home use, and I think you'll actually use it at the end of the ceremony today. Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
Test. Is it on? I don't know. You have to listen to me one more time. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And we would normally open your Kiddush cup, but you already have your own Kiddush cup waiting over there, and we're going to be done in just a minute or two. We want to give you a few things to remember this day by. This is a certificate that says, this is today, what you did for your bat mitzvah. And this is tomorrow. It says, becoming a bat mitzvah, Sofia Shapira has accepted the privileges and responsibilities of being a Jew. What are those?
Lifelong Torah study in the keeping of mitzvot, Shabbat, holy day and life cycle observances, participation in the life of a synagogue, the Jewish community and Israel, dedication to Tikkun Olam, the perfection of our world.
And it's signed by you and your parents and me and Rabbi Gorbin and Cannon Berman and Rick Cowson. So I want you to remember this. If you ever say, well, why did I do all this for? You renew that promise. I also have here, from the Holocaust Center of Greater Pittsburgh, you beautifully mentioned the connection that you are choosing to make between you, Sofia Bell Shapira, and Sophia Dancer right here. And so I want you to have these two pictures in mind, okay? So keep that. We also have two scholarship certificates for you, one for the Reform Movement. If you choose to go to Israel, the Reform trip, there's a $250 certificate. And the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh offers you $1,750. That's $2,000 toward a trip before you even have to sell a cookie, okay? So I want you to take these certificates and your gifts, but most of all, our great respect and admiration for what you've done, and go sit on your father's lap or crush Gabe or something, smoosh him, whatever you want to do, okay? For the rest of our congregation, we're delighted that you're here. Right after our service, we'll be having our luncheon in the Falk Auditorium, which is right through the passageway or around that way. And we are so glad that so many people have traveled so far for such a special event. We're on page 282 of our prayer book. It's page 586 in the brackets for our concluding set of prayers. It's customary to rise for Aleinu. Please rise as you are able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשה מחגי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש
Baruch Hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom ha'hu. Please find your seats. Yeah, Adonai, please be seated.
echad, u'shemo echad.
It's our custom at Temple Sinai to recognize that there are those who are obligated to say Kaddish for those in their lives whose anniversaries of whose the deaths occur in this coming week called a yahrzeit, or who are like me in the Shloshim, the 30-day period of the loss of a loved one. If you are presently saying Kaddish for someone, we'd like you to rise now so we can recognize you as a mourner. Okay. We also recognize that the entire community has been wounded, that we are in the days between Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Memorial Day, and Yom HaZikaron, Israeli Memorial Day. And so we not only stand with our mourners so they do not have to stand alone, we rise with them, as the Kaddish is said. It's on 598 in the brackets. Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah.
Amen.
V'yomad yivrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechona v'yomechona v'chayedechol beit Yisrael. V'agalav v'yizman kari v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha.
Richu.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata damiram b'yomah v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael ve'kol yishvei tevel v'yimru.
Amen.
Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, all Israel, upon our shattered world that needs our healing hands, upon all of us who mourn our beloved dead, as together we say,
Amen.
Please remain standing. Our final song is on page 626 in the brackets, or 322. We invite Sofia to come up with Gabe and all the young people, all her friends from school, everybody. We're going to sing Ein Keloheinu. If you hear from another shul, it's the one you know, so that we hope that you'll all feel free to join in. Young people, come on up. After which we'll have a quick benediction and kiddush and motzi so we can enjoy our Shabbat lunch together.
Save a space for Gabe. All right.
Gather around her.
Ready?
There we go. Simon says
Where's
3
Gabe?
steps.
Ready? Ein
Ein
Keloheinu,
Ein
Ein Gadonenu, Ein
Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich Emalkeinu, Mich Moshienu. Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Emalkeinu, Nodel Moshi. Where's Gabe? Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Baruchim atem b'voachem, baruchim atem b'tzeitchem, me'ata v'arolam. May you be blessed every place you come into God's world. Be blessed every place you go out, as well as together we all say, therefore, God bless the seventh day and declared it holy. Let's have a one-line kiddush here. Just Borei Pri Gafen. Baruch atah Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai. Elohim. Borei. Amen. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who creates the fruit of the vine, and you have to drink or it's a waste of blessing. We don't want that. It's still juice. Okay, drink the whole thing. It's all right. There you go. Ready for motzi? Take one in. Together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem haaretz Shabbat shalom. Praise you, Adonai our God, ruler of all, who brings forth bread and food from the earth. As together we say, Amen. Shabbat shalom.